Hey. Y'all don't even understand, but we here. Listen, even when we get all of these obstacles that try to come in our way, we are determined to get on here. Welcome. You tuned in to Can We Talk, brought to you by Movement Worldwide. We are a motivational organization there to educate minds, empower, nurture, and transform. We are a move meant to move. Yes. We are a move meant to move, helping others thrust into their purpose to live the best version of themselves and win. We've tapped into winning information with winners' resources, and we're seated at the winner's table, and we invite each and every one of you to sit right along with us. And at this point, I would normally say, right, Annette? And she would come in and she would say her little piece, and she would say that there's plenty of room at this table. And I would say, yes. And the saints would say, come where the table is spread and the feast of the Lord is going on. So we're experiencing a few little difficulties, and that will be joining us shortly. Y'all partners. And we just thank you all so much for your patience and for just being resilient. We love our movers. You all are a blessing to us. We can't do what we do without you. We need you. You need us. Hey, listen, it's just like that. And that's the way it is. So we're going to try and see if we can get this thing moving. I'm going to give it a few minutes to give Annette a minute to see if she could get her camera working, because that's what she's having problems with. And it just seems like everything we tried to do tonight is just not happening. We only had a few minutes to log on with Facebook before they lock us out because of the scheduling that we do through our streaming service. So I'm going to go ahead and proceed with a few little announcements. I see her in the back channel. She's still having a little bit of a problem getting that to come on. I think it's in her settings. I think it's in your settings, Annette, because if you went to another device, it's not the device, it's your settings on StreamYard. So hey, we're gonna still try to figure it out. And if nothing else, we'll get a little something done. But before we move further, I'm going to ask that you do a few things. The video that you're watching is either on Facebook or YouTube. If you could please subscribe to the channel, like the page, join the group, whatever it is you have to do, subscribe and like. The other thing you can do is hit that curve button. There's a curve button that says share. You can share this broadcast to your page. You can share it via email, text message, share it to your friends, share it in DM, however you want to share it. Please subscribe, like, and share this broadcast. It will always be up. We don't take them down. They stay up even after we are off of the air. Our broadcasts still stay up. So please subscribe, like, and share. The other thing you can do is sow a seed. We're a nonprofit organization, and you can sow a seed a couple of ways. One is Cash App. Our Cash App is $Movement Worldwide. You can also sow a seed by Zelle. Our Zelle is info@movementworldwide.org. And then you can also come into covenant with us by becoming a patron. You become a patron by logging on to our website. Our website is movementworldwide.org. You log on there and you will see a red button that says become a patron. It will take you to patreon.com where you can set up your account and set your amount. We ask for $12 a month. That's 40 cents a day. That's $2.80 a week. So please, ma'am, please, sir, sow a seed. We love your ENCE. We need you. We can't do what we do without you, but it takes your ENTS, your gifts, your presence, your seed in order to make things function with Movement Worldwide. So please sow a seed, one of those ways, and soon to come is text to give. The other thing that you can do is follow us on all social media platforms. Everywhere that you see this here, right here, see that right there? Boop, boop, boop. See, when I'm on in by myself, I can point directly to it. That's so neat. So everywhere that you see that particular globe and that acronym, see the acronym says movement. Everywhere that you see that, follow us. That's us, Movement Worldwide. And then you can also email us your thoughts, views, comments, praise reports, prayer requests, and your topic ideas to info@movementworldwide.org. That's info@movementworldwide.org. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. So there be it with our announcements. And that is still having an issue coming on. So I'm just going to say hello to the movers. Hello, Grace Union Completion. She's not here to sing for you, Grace. Her completion. We could probably hear her, but we can't see her when she says completion. So I'm saying it for her. And then hello to the prophetess elder is Sharon Elaine Green. We thank you for tuning in tonight. You could have gone anywhere else with your time, but you stopped by here to say hello to the movers. We have a few more people on who have not left a comment yet. So we thank you all. Listen, we don't take it lightly with our movers and shakers because we know we can't do what we do without y'all. We need y'all. We need an audience in order to have somebody to talk to. It doesn't make sense for us to talk to nobody. Hello, moving. Hello. Good evening. And we're grateful. So I'm going to try and go ahead. Maybe I can at least share our transformational topic. So I'm going to try. Hello, Constance. Thank you for tuning in. You're always very faithful. So I'm going to go ahead and share our transformational topic. And hopefully Annette can come on her phone or her iPad, and we can make that happen at least by the time we're done with the Annettism. And if not, then this is going to be a short-lived Can We Talk? Hey, I can't help it. Ain't nothing else I can do because I don't have my partner. And it can't be Can Anita talk by herself? No, it's Can We Talk? So we changed our format. See, we used to be on Zoom. We were on Zoom for a long time, and we used to be like, listen, y'all, it's Can We Talk? Not Can Me and Annette Talk. So we was like, you know what? Let's go on and take it live. And now it's Can We Talk? And y'all can chime in on text. So, and it seems to work out a lot better because y'all wouldn't open your cameras anyway. I don't know why is that. People go on Zoom and they don't open their cameras. I guess they have it messed up or whatever. So I'm going to go on with our transformational topic. We have a threefold conversation. We start out every evening, every Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. with our transformational topic. And that's where we take idioms and phrases, those thoughts, views, comments, ideas, anything that we find. You know, we find the phrases and the idioms that really just make us go, those things that make us think. It makes you really think, and those things can transform your life, transform your way of thinking, your thought process. So that's called our transformational topic. So we're going to start with our transformational topic tonight. Our transformational topic this week is choose your battles. Again, choose your battles. I used to hear this saying all the time. There was a particular teacher who used to tell me that all the time. I need to choose your battles. Choose your battles. Stop trying to fight everything. Just choose your battles. You know, you can't get into every fight. So, and I know that, I'm not going to go there, or I'm not going to spill the tea before I get to the point, but I want to share something with you. Battles are inevitable. They're going to come whether you like it or not. I used to hear Bishop Curry say all the time, no one is immune to storms. He said, you're either in one, you're going into one, or you are coming out of one. But no one is immune to storms. And then I'm going to get you on. I'm going to send you a link. Hopefully this will get you in. No one is immune to storms. Everybody has them. Everybody has them. That's right. That is right, Connie. Everybody has storms. So, but the only control that you have is to choose which battles you're going to fight and which battles you're going to allow to slide. If you don't learn how to do this, then you will spend your life, you will spend huge amounts of time of emotional and maybe even physical energy fighting every single battle that pops up. Our survival as Christians depend greatly on how we handle battles and how we handle the pesky emotion of anger. Battles make us angry, no doubt about that. Anger, though it's not always a bad thing. Christians often, oftentimes we misunderstand the emotions of anger. Even the Bible says, be angry, but sin not. So we have, sometimes we have that misplaced information or understanding of the emotion of anger, and we lump all anger into the category and label it as sin. But that's not true. Anger is not sinful. We can learn to manage the emotion of anger correctly, and then we can learn the important skill of choosing our battles wisely. Now, let me address the deep saints who might be saying, oh, the battle is not yours. Okay. Those of you who are saying it, but the Bible says the battle is not yours, it's the Lord's. Let me give you a little bit of information on the word battle. Battle is derived from an old French word called bataille, which means to fight, whereas fight has Proto-Germanic, it's like from German origins, the word fechen, which it looks like fetching, but it's kind of, they're fechen, they're in the German language, which means to struggle with. As Christians, we are at constant war against lying, unrighteousness, self-love, hypocrisy, etc., etc., etc. And first, we must fight against these things in ourselves, and then against the same thing in our brothers and sisters. And it's all because we are wrapped and clothed in flesh. Now, all through the Bible, we're constantly reading about battles and warring. So it's a real deal. And yes, what we're in as far as our fight to live holy it's a Christian fight. We're in a fight as Christians. The Bible even talks about how we war, the flesh wars one after another. And that you ready to come in? Or you can bring yourself in when you want to come in, or you need me to I think I need to bring you in. Oh, there you are. All right. Yes, she is. You got to turn off the audio on your computer.
Oh, my computer. Okay.
So we come to that. She had to log on her phone. Bless her heart. But see, where there's a will, there's a way. We're gonna make it happen one way or another. So all through the Bible, we're constantly reading about battles and warring. It's the real deal. We're in a fixed fight. We have spiritual weapons and victory because of the cross. So why do we sing, we're soldiers in the army, or I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord? We always singing about being a soldier. We are soldiers in the army. Remember everybody used to do their shoulders like this, isn't it?
Yeah, that
used to be a march-in song. We got to hold up the blood-stained banner. They're not going to get me for this one. This public domain. We got to hold it up until we die. I got a little carried away there. So why do we sing these songs? Because we are going into battle until we die, and in order to keep what's ours. Period.
Yeah.
Because the enemy ain't stopping, y'all. So why should we stop? He's like, okay, and he just windmilling you all over the place. But even though we have to battle, we don't have to go into every one with our dukes up. Choose. I'll give you a little story. In 2 Samuel 15, verse 14, David faced a dilemma when his own son Absalom conspired to attack Jerusalem. David could have stayed in Jerusalem, armed his soldiers, and fought back against Absalom, but he didn't. Instead, he ordered everyone to flee the city. He knew that if they stayed, Absalom would have overtaken and brought ruin to the entire city. So instead of putting the entire city in jeopardy, he chose. So instead of being all puffed up with pride all the time because we want to be right, and we want to be the one, and we want, and we want our point to get across, and we want everybody to agree with us, make a choice. Proverbs 16:18 tells us that pride comes before destruction and a haughty heart before a fall. There's a quote that says, sometimes peace is better than being right. So we have to choose. Choose your battles, because every battle ain't for you. Every battle ain't meant to be fought in that way. So make a choice, good people. That's all you have to do. And that's why I'm taking my word tonight. Y'all know I like to take a word and deal with it from a transitive and intransitive tense, a verb that is. And I'm choosing the word choose. To choose in the transitive tense means to select freely and after consideration. So you're going to consider everything and then you're going to select. The intransitive tense means to make an alternative. So even when you're selecting, you have freedom to select. Take the alternative and choose peace in some of those battles. Every battle don't have to be fought with the nunchucks, y'all.
Okay.
And that is the transformational topic for tonight. And then your thoughts?
Well, yeah, I came on just a little bit late here, and I was trying to keep up. Anyway, yeah, we do have to choose our battles. Some battles are just not worth it. Some battles will wear you out and you still lose. So that's why we have to allow God to fight these battles for us, because it can be extremely dangerous. Because I used to be a battle. I fought my own battles. I thought I could just save the world, but I understand that I don't have what it takes. I don't have, there's some things I can do, but there's some things I just got to trust God in, and they are going to happen. But we just have to learn how each battle do we go in and fight? Do we, like you said, the nunchucks? Do we pull them boys out? or do we turn it over to God? So yeah, definitely.
You ain't got listen, you ain't got to pull them out. You ain't got to pull out your mace. You ain't got to you ain't got to be like Delarice, nah, I got to cut you. You ain't got to be like that on every front, right?
I love that movie.
Nah, I got to cut you. So we don't have to. Yes, the nunchucks.
We don't have to.
Oh gosh. And the funny thing is, I just put this in my thing. I have to redo it because I got a little mistake in there, because I tried to make my little comment on Facebook. I could delete it there, but I can't delete it on Clubhouse. I mean on StreamYard, but I would have put it back in. But the funny thing is, when I have a friend that I often tease about her nunchucks, because I always think about, and it's not that he had nunchucks, but the spirit that he was in, the little monkey on Lion King when he went to fight. And that's how I always think about that monkey, Rafiki. That was his name. So I often tease a friend of mine about her nunchucks to put them up. Go and put the nunchucks up. You ain't got to fight. Every battle ain't meant to be fought, though. And I used to do that all the time. I was always running around trying to tell my side of the story, and it would aggravate me. My side of the story was always, your side of the story is not. Your side of the story is not necessary in every case.
That's true.
And you don't have to tell your side of the story to get your point across. And sometimes you do more damage. And I did that. I damaged a situation I was in, and I was young. I didn't know any better. But I can tell you this, the next time I learned how to fight. And each time that I went through something similar, my fight got better. My battle got better. Just like Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson, whoever, and they fight. Every fight they didn't win. But I can tell you one thing, if you keep at it, you're going to get better at it. And we in this battle, and I'm not giving up. I'm not giving in to the enemy. He come at me. I got my weapons. Some battles I fight, some battles I don't have to fight. But the thing is, it's always a fixed fight. Either way, I win, period. So choose your battles. All right. All righty. Well, with that being said, it's time for us to move to the next portion of our conversation, and that you just turned your camera off.
Yeah, I'm fooling, girl. Y'all bear with me. Love y'all. Bear with me.
I don't know what you did. We can't see you no more. Oh Lord, are we gonna be able to get through this tonight?
Oh boy. Hold on, Nita.
Huh?
I said, hold on here. I don't know what happened here. Something happened.
On the screen on your phone, because you touched your phone and did something.
I did. Yeah, I did.
And you can't go to another screen when you're on your phone. You have to be on StreamYard. So you have to probably go back to either the app, or you may have to come out and come back in. Either way, we got to go to the end. Oh, there she is. So I'm going to toast y'all. Boom, boom.
All right, then. That's the toast. I ain't touching nothing else.
No. And they said she ain't touching nothing else. She ain't even touching her cup.
No, ma'am.
All right. So with that being said, we're gonna go to our quotes from the quoteologist herself, our Annettism. We're gonna pause for that, and then when we come back, we'll be back with the rest of our conversation.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere. You can still share. We're still here. We might be having a few little difficulties, but when there's a will, there's a way, and we're making this thing happen. So we're going to pause for our Annettism, and we'll be right back.
So many things in this state have been taking place. The narrative that is being pushed is a disgrace, standing in a guise of some type of morality. But we see the truth. It's not a mystery. No longer trying to hide their real intent. Laws change for those who are discontent. Take it on the resemblance of an established cult, doing whatever it takes to get their personal results. The leader is declaring there's a new chef in town, trying to act tough, but really he's a rodeo clown, strutting around as if he's an angel wearing a halo, trying to appease his base. It's really shallow. Yet this too shall pass, and the truth will come out. I believe this will happen without a shadow of a doubt. God's eyes are not closed. He sees the injustice. So never forget that God is with us. This is Annism's expression. Amen. So many times I have to express how I feel in words. And that's what that was about, that poem, as I look over what's going on. So that's how I express it without using profanity. Okay. So, all right. It's time for the power tool. I just love God so much that even when we get frazzled and, kind of knocked off course, he has a way of bringing us back. So I thank him. I give God glory for that tonight. Well, it's time for the power tool. There are some matters and experiences that causes people to become hurt, fractured, or broken spiritually and emotionally. Sometimes it just takes a conversation to mend a broken heart or spirit. In some cases, a Band-Aid won't do it. You need a power tool.
Power tool.
All right. Tonight our power tool is something that I've thought about over the years, how I've made decisions. But this month, I wanted to actually talk about Work Wireless Day. That's what I'm talking about. But that's going to be for the whole month. But under Work Wireless Day, there's no wrong way for the right decision. There's no wrong way for the right decision. In Psalms 32:8, it says, I would instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eye on you. So here's God saying, listen, I'm going to give you what you need to make decisions. And so many times we make decisions, we feel like it's wrong. It's a wrong decision. But really, there's no wrong way for a right decision. Even though it may be wrong at the time, Anita, you know how we make decisions and it seems like it's the wrong decision, but there's no wrong way for if it's the right decision. One big mistake people repeatedly make is focusing on proving themselves right instead of focusing on achieving the best outcome of a decision. I call this the wrong side of right. That's what I call it. People never work as hard as they do when they're trying to prove themselves right. You touched on that tonight. They unconsciously hold on to ideas and evidence that reinforce their beliefs and dismiss anything that counters it. So decision making can be difficult. That thing we're forced to practice over and over because decisions are something you have to do over and over again. Time you finish one decision, you got to make the next decision. And I dare say some decisions you make now will cost you later. It'll cost you. I can attest to that. I've walked through the decision that I made when I was 13 that caused me really about 30 years of my life. So there's really there's no wrong way for if it's a right decision. So when I begin to look at my decision and the belief that makes decision make it just a little bit easier for me, I believe that there was no right or wrong answer when it came to decision making. The problem is that we make decisions a lot of times based on what's going on in our lives. Because if you got a major decision to make, sometimes you just have to step away for a moment and try to collect your thoughts, because this decision could be life changing. This decision could mean that you're coming to a lot of money. These decisions makes a difference, because I even remember TLC, how they talked about they made millions of dollars on their records, a million, but based on their decision that they made before they got to be famous, by the time they paid this person and that person and this person, they had nothing left. So sometimes decision whether it's good or bad, it could cost us. But I do believe that there's no right or wrong answer when it comes to making decisions. You just got to get in the right place, because you got to get in the right posture. I think about, Anita, so many times things I've made rash decisions on. Last time I got married, like, why did I do that? But at the time, I guess I was just caught up in the moment. I don't know. But this happens to empower you to make decisions, knowing that every decision is helping you uncover the path you're meant to be on. So these decisions, sometimes they hurt, but they're healthy for you. Sometimes they don't look good, but they make a difference. So we have to make sure that we understand that decisions you make are important. Don't put the total responsibility of your life in someone else's hands. Don't do that. I mean, I know we need maybe somebody to give us advice, but it's your life. Pray about that thing. Ask God, is this the way you would have him, he would have you to go? Never give away your voice, your power, your strength to someone else and allow them to be the writer of your story. These are your decisions. This is a thing that you have to do. Only you can do it when you really look at it. Yes, my mom gave me advice. Yes, I've listened to the other people. Yes, especially say you're starting a business, and this is the biggie, when you stepping out and you share your dreams or vision to somebody, and they already, you have to, oh, well, if I was you, I don't know if you should do that, but you got to make sure that you make that decision to thine own self to be true. In other words, how am I going to be able to get to the next level? How am I going to make this choice? Yeah, I want somebody to help me. But when I look at even starting, even though I wrote my book, I had to decide, is this what I needed to do? And I took the leap and I did it. And because so many times we miss out because we make decisions. Now, let me talk about wrong decisions. I do believe there are times that God allow us to make wrong decisions, because a wrong decision could eventually lead us to the right thing. Some decisions I've made that was wrong. I use all the time about growing up and having children early when I was 14, 15 years old. But now I look, even though it was the wrong decision at that time, it turned out to be the right thing, because now I'm looking at my daughters and my grandchildren and the lineage that has come from that wrong decision. So sometimes wrong decision is necessary. So it just is. It is. And because sometimes we lose ourselves, or maybe because we never knew ourselves to begin with. I was like, let me tell you about me. I was like a leaf that the wind blows away. I needed to be more of a tree with deep roots, grounded and rooted in love. Growing up, I received a lot of conflicting and negative messages from my family, such as, you are loved, but you're flawed. I mean, you are right, but girl, you jacked up. Growing up, especially with me, I'm the oldest. So you the older, you should know better. So I grew up thinking like there was something wrong with me, because I should know better. Why am I making these decisions when my mama told me I should know better because I'm the oldest? But that really had nothing to do with it. But during that time in my life, I developed something that was not always right. I developed having a hunger for the approval of others. I learned not to trust my ability to make good decisions, because the people in my life did not validate my views and my reality. But now I understand that sometimes people will not validate you. But you got to understand that these are decisions still that needs to be made. It takes a lot of courage to stand up and take personal responsibility for your life. If I make a wrong decision, then it's my decision. And I don't need nobody to, but I'm be honest, at this point in my life, I don't really need a lot of co-signers, because I spent so much of my life making decisions based on how I thought others would feel about my decision. And when I was with my children's father, I made that decision based on, of course, in a kid's mind, but based on a decision that I thought was right, because I felt like that would, I was going to be this young girl. I was going to be this mama, and that list go on and on. I made that decision. It was the wrong decision at that time, but I think it was because of fear, and I think in my life it was because of sometimes I was really lazy maybe, and I also had identity crisis, how people saw me, and so a lot of my decisions were based on how other people saw me, how other people viewed me. What would they think? Am I going to make it? Am I good enough? And I always thought, am I good enough? Am I, I'm this, am I that? And so I always had this complex because I was the oldest. I always felt like a surrogate mother, in a sense, to my other siblings, because it was my responsibility to look after them. And if they did something, then I got in trouble. And I used to ask myself, well, why am I getting in trouble about my mama children? And so I made a lot of decisions, and some of those decisions to leave home was based on helping to take care of my siblings. But then I turned around and did the same thing. I got in another situation. So sometimes we make these decisions, and and it can be difficult. It can hurt you. But I do believe there's no wrong way for a right decision. I did some wrong things, but it came out to be the right decision. I walked away from some things. I married multiple times, but all of that, all of those wrong ways of doing things led me to the right way, Anita. It led me to who I am now. It led me to look at myself in a different out of different lens. I was looking at my life, at myself out of the lens of others. I've learned how to look at my life and look at myself out of my own lenses. And when I began to see myself out of my own lenses, I realized that all that wrong way of doing things was just a right decision, but it was just a wrong way to do it. And I just want to encourage somebody. Sometimes it's just maybe you just doggone wrong. You're jacked up, but God has a way to taking that wrong way and make it the right decision. It may be 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, but God can use your wrongness to make things right. So I just want to encourage you tonight. Work while it's day, y'all. Work while you're there, because those wrong decisions can lead to, those wrong ways can lead to the right decision. So I've learned something, y'all. I've learned how to walk in my wrongness to get what's right. I've learned how to forgive myself for the things that I did that was wrong, but that God made it right. I've learned how to forgive others who did me wrong. Why? Because God made it right. So even though it's the wrong way, God will take your wrongness and make it right. And that's what I want to share with you tonight.
Yeah. All right. Excellent. There was a couple of things that I remember when you were talking about making choices and how some of the decisions that we make. One of the things that I'm led to write, and I haven't started yet because I'm trying to get that first book out. But the one of the things that I've been led to write was I Decide, and I wanted to target young people, particularly young girls, because between the ages of 16 and 25 is when you make some of the worst mistakes of your life, and they will follow you. Like you said, how you made decisions at 13 that you carried that decision for a lifetime. And that's what happens. We think it's just, a little simple thing, but I used to tell Kyle all the time, choices cost. Your choices cost. Be careful of the choices that you make. And know that when you choose to do the opposite, it's going to cost you. But the wonderful thing about God is that still, in the midst of all of our madness, our mess, all things work together for the good.
Yes.
What started out as something that was meant to be, because the devil will trick you up, and what he meant for bad, God turned around and made it good. So we still are going to go through the process of the consequences, but God is still going to make good on his promise that all things are going to work out. So awesome. Thank you so much for that. Very, very powerful, Annette. So now, without further ado, y'all, it's time for us to move to the next phase. We done had that transformational topic. We done had that good old power tool. And now it's time for our favorite of the show, our favorite of the evening. But before we get to our topic, we're going to pause for a minute for our station identification, pause for our commercial break. You still have time to share. We'll be back in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction with Power Walk Sunday. Each and every Sunday at 10 a.m. live on multiple platforms.
Making sure that that toxic relationship we came out of don't make us bitter, but make us better.
Yes.
And so you're looking for somebody good out there, but you're not good yourself.
Absolutely.
So the thing about it is working within yourself. When you go into the relationship as your best and they go into the relationship as their best, then you have a great relationship.
Welcome to another amazing episode of the TMC podcast.
As we continue to help you take your relationship from
surviving to thriving.
TNT, that's Tuesday Night Talk with Annette L. Anderson, every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live on multiple platforms. Go where you can soar. That's Speak It, Orated, Articulated, and Reverberated. When we eat well, we live well, and all will be well. Go to elbwell.com, join the journey, and take your life back. If you don't have your copy, get yours today at Amazon.com. That's Living Life One Quote at a Time by Annette L. Anderson. Helping us grow spiritually together. Tired of the fluff and puff of playing church? Ready to be a powerful vessel? Ready to work the word? Join Connie Green every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. And we're here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. live with Can We Talk? Your co-hosts, Annette L. Anderson and Anita Faye Wilson, with Tea Time Topics, where we discuss trending subjects and current events. You can also discuss these with your Can We Talk coffee mug. Email us at info@movementworldwide.org. They're $15, and that includes shipping. Make a donation via Cash App at $Movement Worldwide, or go to our website, click the Patreon button, and sow a seed of $12 per month. That's 40 cents a day. Whatever the seed, it's greatly appreciated. Be sure to follow us on all platforms. Click the notification button, subscribe, like, and don't forget to share. It's that time. Tea Time Topics.
It's time for Tea Time Topics. Tea Time Topics say what? Tea Time Topics say what? Tea Time Topics ooh, ooh. Da, 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 ooh. And that's still going in, even though
I might be a small screen, but I'm jamming.
Hey, you on your small screen, but you can still get it done. All right, for the Tea Time Topics, our first one tonight, y'all. Lord have mercy. The Mississippi man has been sentenced to 3.5 years in prison for burning a cross in his front yard to intimidate a black family, according to a news release from U.S. Justice Department. Axel Cox, 24, was sentenced to 42 months in connection to a cross burning, which happened on December 2020 and violated the Fair Housing Act, the release said. Adding, Cox admitted that he lit the cross on fire because the victims were black and that he intended to scare them into moving out of the neighborhood. Justice leaders condemned Cox's actions, with Assistant Attorney General Kristen Clark of the DOJ Civil Rights Division calling them an abhorrent act that used a traditional symbol of hatred and violence to stoke fear and drive a black family out of their home. According to the Justice Department, Cox wedged 2 pieces of wood together, formed a cross, placed it near a view of the victim's residence, following the dispute with the victim, and doused it with oil and set alight. During this incident, Cox yelled threats and racial slurs toward the occupants of the house. In September 2022, a federal jury indicted Cox for interfering with the victim's housing rights and using fire to commit a federal felony. An attorney for Cox, who did not immediately respond to the request for a comment Sunday, filed a notice of intent to change his plea in November 2022, and the court documents indicate Cox pled guilty to the first count. Cox's prison term is set to be followed by 3 years of supervised release per the Justice Department. He also ordered to pay $7,810 in restitution. Look at God. While one might think cross burnings and white supremacist threats and violence are things of the past, the unfortunate reality is that these incidents continue today, Clark said. The sentence demonstrates the importance of holding people accountable for threatening the safety and security of Black people in their homes because of the color of their skin or where they are from. And the word of the Lord is blessed. Look at God. Look at God. Let me tell you, he might have thought it was over, Annette, but it ain't over till it's over.
Shame on him.
Shame on him. Your thoughts?
Yeah, when I researched that, a lot of people would disagree, and they would say, "Well, why can't he burn what he wanted to burn in his yard?" But the man said he did that as an intimidation. That's right. Yeah, he said he did it. So
he wanted them out of the neighborhood. He wanted to scare them. He did it to scare them. Period.
That's right.
And so, you did it to scare somebody. Well, it's an intimidating act, and therefore that's a crime. And you
I hope his roommate is a person of color.
That's a trip.
Yeah. Maybe he can get delivered from that. Stop it.
Maybe he can. Maybe he can. But in the meantime, we don't condone your actions, and we give you the sad. Take that. Boom, boom, boom. That's what you get. What you said that?
I said, but boy, I was waving at him.
Oh, all right. So peace. Our guys are going to move you off the stage now.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
All right. The family of a South Carolina ninth grader is suing her school after they said a teacher pushed the 15-year-old into a wall because she refused to take the Pledge of Allegiance. The lawsuit was filed on February 13, alleges that Marissa Barnwell, who attends Riverbuff High School, was on her way to class on November 29, 2022, when special education teacher Nicole Livingston confronted her in the hall as the pledge was playing over the school's loudspeaker. The teacher allegedly demanded she stop walking and recite the pledge. Okay, the lawsuit names the South Carolina Department of Education, Lexington County School District 1, Livingston, and Principal Jacob Smith, accusing them of negligence and violating Barnwell's civil rights. Speaking at a press conference on Tuesday, Barnwell said she was completely, utterly disrespected, and no one should ever have to go through what she experienced. She said she stopped participating in the Pledge of Allegiance in the third grade because she believes that the message of liberty and justice for all does not apply to everyone in the United States. All right, little girl. In these pledges, you see liberty and justice for all, but is America really liberty and justice for all? She said. Barnwell added that she has continued attending the school, but she's been upset about the fact that Livingston didn't face any kind of consequences. The school district and the State Department of Education did not immediately return requests for comment. No one has apologized. No one has acknowledged my hurt. The fact that the school is defending that kind of behavior is unimaginable, Barnwell said. According to South Carolina State Code, when the Pledge of Allegiance is required to play in schools, students are not required to participate. Any person who wishing to say the Pledge of Allegiance or otherwise participate in saying the Pledge of Allegiance is exempt from participating and may not be penalized for failing to participate, the code say. A person who does not wish to participate may leave the classroom, may remain in their seat, or may express his non-participation in any form which does not materially infringe upon the rights of other persons or disrupt school activities. According to the lawsuit, Livingston took an upset and emotionally disturbed Barnwell to the principal office after alleged assault. Smith, the principal, then allegedly told Barnwell he would review the security footage and sent her back to class. And so they're waiting to see.
Well, you see what my comment is. That teacher would have had a busted lip and a black eye for putting her hands on my child, like my child to some wall by some doggone Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge of Allegiance.
And I got some Annette, and I got an amen corner that agree with me right here. The movers, they don't play.
But she had you don't have to do when we were in school, I pledged allegiance, but she said she ain't done it since third grade because she sees regardless. She sees there's no liberty. And so she chose not to say it.
Ridiculous. I mean, and you don't have to.
You don't have
the
to.
last I checked, even when I was a little girl, and that there were people who were like Jehovah's Witnesses and stuff like that. They didn't participate in certain things because of their religion.
Yeah.
Because they had, that they were exempt from certain things. And so what's the problem now? She don't have to stand for that. There's no law that says you have to stand and put your hand on your heart. You don't have to stand, all the foolishness that happened with Colin Kaepernick taking a knee, and they massacred his football career because of the fact that he took a knee in protest against the violence against Black men by police officers. So y'all want to, make so much heat about a song and a pledge that really didn't have anything to do with us anyway. We were not even counted as human. So then none of that included us in its origin. So y'all can have it. And I'm gonna stay safe. I need to get a clip of Canton Jones singing "I'm gonna stay safe," so that I can and get a clearance on it or something, so I can play it in our broadcast. But you know what? That's some foolishness, because she would have sure enough got it from me.
Yeah, you did. Anyway,
period. True that for sure. True that. Gotta say that's right, Anita Faye. I concur. The folks ain't playing. Keep your hand off other people cheering. They don't belong to you. Keep your hands to yourself. All right, fellas, come on and drag them on off.
Moving. We keep it moving.
All righty then. I actually stayed up and watched it this time. I don't normally watch the whole thing. Sometimes I used to go back and forth and stuff, but I actually stayed up and watched the whole Oscars. Jamie Lee Curtis' Oscar win for Best Supporting Actress received almost instant backlash on social media from Marvel and Angela Bassett's fans, as well as those who believe the win was racist for giving an award to a white woman starring in a predominantly Asian-led movie. Curtis won the award on Saturday night for her role in Everything Everywhere All at Once, beating off competition from, among others, Bassett and Stephanie Hu. While many were quick to celebrate the actress' win after 5 decades of business, there were others who were not so impressed with the result. First up, there were those who believe Angela Bassett should have walked away with the award for her role in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Having already won several awards for her portrayal of Queen Ramonda, Bassett was a favorite going into the ceremony, and it seemed almost certain that she should or would be the first star of a Marvel movie to pick up the prestigious accolade. However, when it was announced that Curtis was actually the winner, the reaction was immediate, despite Everything Everywhere All at Once being the biggest winner of the night, including Michelle Yeoh and Ki Yu Kwan picking up the history-making Best Actress and Best Supporting Actor awards. There were some who believed Jamie Lee Curtis, co-star and fellow Best Supporting Actress nominee Stephanie Hu, should have taken the award instead. Numerous comments returned to calling out the Academy's decision as racist for picking the only white woman in an Asian-led movie to take the accolade. However, this seemed to miss the fact over the course of the night, the movie saw more Asian winners taking home statues than ever in history of the awards. Hey, Auntie Jordan 36 said as he and Majors 33 approached the microphone, echoing the phrase for his Marvel character. Killmonger says to Bassett's Queen Ramonda the first time they met in 2018, Black Panther. Yes. Now, I had a little mixed emotions because I really wanted her to win, and I thought that her performance was beyond outstanding in this particular movie. The way she engulfed that role was so demanding. When she hopefully everybody's seen the movie by now. Have you seen the movie, Annette?
Oh yeah, 2 or 3 times.
Because I have to ask you, because sometimes they're never be watching movies at all.
But I've been doing
But when she walked into that room with the United Nations or whatever they were,
she
woo,
had
Lord have mercy. I was like, I had to watch that like 3 or 4 times just to see her do that. Because that was one of the most powerful stances to me. And I think her performance was stellar. Her costume, her look, everything. But your thoughts on that?
Yeah. You know what? I of course I ain't saw that. I ain't never even heard that movie with the other young lady. But I mean, I didn't see the movie, but I really like her, Jamie Lee Curtis.
I do too.
I actually like about I know we wanted her to win, and the backlash. Oh, she didn't stand up, and I put some on social media. I said I'm getting tired of y'all telling us when to stand up, when to sit down, and when to kneel. We have our own rights, and even with Jamie Lee Curtis, she getting backlash because of her transgender child. I said it's always something. It just annoying, and I mean, I probably wouldn't have stood up even if I didn't want to. Why the woman had to stand? Well, that's poor sportsmanship. No, she grown. You don't have to stop telling people what they need to do. And
Thank
so, but
you.
yeah, that's all. Every time you look around, you go. That's all I saw. I told them, stop it. Don't tell people what to do. She didn't have to stand. Jamie won. They vote. They say she's the winner. I didn't comment on that because, of course, I didn't look at Jamie, and I probably never will. I ain't never even heard of it. So, it's supposed to be people of her peers, and that's just like in a courthouse. They say there's your peers, and you black sitting over there, and everybody over there, your peers are white. Well, I don't think that's my peers, but that's just my opinion. So hey.
Well, personally, I like all of them as actresses, and I really wanted Angela to get it. I mean, granted, they all deserved a shot at it.
Oh yeah.
However, as it relates to the whole racial issue and everything about the academy, it's a system. So I don't respect the system at all, but I do applaud the performers and the
Yeah.
actresses.
Well, we had people of color that won.
Mm-hmm.
So people of color. It ain't
It is
just
like
black.
that. It is what it is. So
Look,
at the end of the day, we can't control it. I really wanted her to get but Angela, to me, I thought she deserved it. They say Angela performed her best in all of her movies. Yes, she did. I love
she
Angela.
should have won some of the other ones.
She's the queen. She should have won it. She should have won some other ones. But it's like that.
But
That's
this is why y'all saw people saying, why y'all have this? She won the black and white, whatever. Well, we better have one. We better have something because some of these amazing people will never get their due. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Anywho, all right, fellas, come on and take us to the next one.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
Okay. All right. For the first time in her story, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Science has honored a Black woman with 2 Oscars for her contribution to film. At Sunday's ceremony for the 95th Academy Awards at Dolby Theater. No, I won't say all that. Okay, I guess I read out. Ovation Hollywood costume designer Ruth E. Carter became the first Black woman to win twice. Carter, who in 2019 became the first Black person to receive the Academy Award for Achievement in Costume Designs, thanks to her work on Marvel Studios' blockbuster, Black Panther, was recognized at the March 12th ceremony for her work on the film sequel Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Wakanda. In her acceptance speech, Carter thanked the film director Ryan Coogler, is that how you pronounce his name, Nita? And asked late Black Panther star Chadwick Boseman to look after her mother, who died at 100. Oh wow, 101 in the afterlife. Nice to see you again, Carter said. Thanks to Academy for recognizing a superhero that is a Black woman. She endures, she loves, she overcomes. She is a woman in this film. She is my mother. This past week, Mabel Carter became an ancestor. This film prepared me for this moment. Chadwick, please take care of Mom, she said. And the Marvel family, Kevin, Victoria, Lewis, and the arsenal of genius, thank you. I share this with many dedicated artists whose hands and heart help manifest the costumes of Wakanda. And Talakan. This is from my mother. She was 101. Carter was nominated. No, she was previously nominated for Oscar for her work in Spike Lee, Malcolm X, and Steven Spielberg Amistad. In the fall of 2021, it was announced that the acclaimed costume designer was being brought on to do the designs for Blade. I'm going to see Blade when it comes. So she's going to be doing that too. So sometimes we were so caught up with with the other situation. I think we missed the fact that there was a Black woman who won, and she's won twice. And there have been a lot of people online. How she won twice? The same way the other people won. She got chosen.
What is the problem?
I don't know what she got chosen. I know, but those costumes, the bomb. Now I got to give it to her. Yeah, but anyway,
I like her. I love her, and her work is impeccable. They cannot deny this sister. She does her thing, hunty. Give credit where it's due. I don't care. Y'all can be mad all you want to. Like you said there, why she wanted Christ? The same way everybody else was.
Everybody, she was chosen.
The same way Black people were looked over for years and years and years and decades and decades and decades by the Academy. That's how. So now we're finally getting our due, and Asians are getting their due, Hispanics are getting their due. Hey, shut up and sit down somewhere. You can't have everything.
So what's the bond?
All right, fellas, come on, take us to the next one. What you said next?
Let me say this right quick. Do you know that Jamie and Angela Bassett are the same age?
Yeah, but they don't look it.
They 64. I told my daughter she wouldn't tell the truth.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's all I want to say. We can move on.
Let go crack, baby. I want to be like that when I grow up.
Well, I'm almost 64. But I just was shocked.
Yeah.
I was like, she was even
incredible.
Okay, we can move on. But I just thought I'd throw that. I was just shocked. I like Jamie.
Yeah. Me too. Likewise. All right, fellas.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
I don't know.
I always get these, right? Oh man, a Black couple settled a federal housing discrimination lawsuit with a white licensed real estate appraiser who they accused of giving their home a low appraisal because they are Black. Fair Housing Advocates of North Carolina announced on Monday. Marin City, California homeowners Paul Austin and Tanisha Tate Austin sued the appraiser, claiming she used unsuitable, racially biased comparable home sales or comps in determining their home's worth. The agreement included an undisclosed monetary amount, I bet. The licensed real estate appraiser, who doesn't have to admit any liability in the case, is mandated to attend training sessions on segregation and agree to not discriminate in the future. FHANC said in a press statement, when mortgage rates were low in the early 2020s, the couple jumped at a chance to refinance their home. They had already refinanced in 2019. I mean, they have a right to do that. The home was appraised at over $1.4 million, but 1 year later, they said it was appraised at just $995,000. Come on, really? Really? You gonna fool with the people like that? Just give the people what they give them their due. This is some foolishness. This is the kind of stuff here in the net that sends me into a frenzy. The couple suspected something was wrong. The couple decided to get another appraisal. This time, they asked a white friend of theirs to pretend to be a Tate Austin and the couple removed their family photos and any African-American themed art, FHANC said. A different appraiser then assessed the home's value at nearly $1.5 million. Having to erase our identity to get a better appraisal was a wrenching experience, Tate Austin said in a statement following the settlement. We know of other Black families who either couldn't get a loan because of a discriminatory appraisal and therefore either lost the opportunity to buy or sell a home, or they had to sell their home because they had an unaffordable loan. We hope by bringing attention to our case and this lawsuit settlement, we can help change the way the appraisal industry operates, and we can start to see a different trend, Tate Austin added. We want others to know that if you experience discrimination, you can go to your local fair housing agency so that they can investigate your case and help you if you want to file a complaint. Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing. Foolishness on a whole nother level. You're going to try to make people think that their house ain't worth nothing. So take that. That's what I'm talking about. That's some foolishness. I cannot stand it when people overstep or over exert their authority. They usurp authority that they don't even have. You don't even have, and then you want to, and then you use comps and whatever. I had stories. I have personal stories on that, properties being redlined, people closing people out of buying a house, and then houses being bought by corporations and companies because they redline the properties just to keep the Black people out of the neighborhood. That happened to me in a certain area where I was trying to buy a house down here. Yes, it's typical. Your thoughts on it?
Yeah, it's very typical, but I'm just so glad that they like, because there are people who don't think you deserve to be in a certain neighborhood. That was theirs. I was so glad when I found the picture of the chick who did it.
Well, actually, I forgot to give the Wakanda lady her accolades, her Black Girls Rock song. And this is for the family for getting their due with this appraisal. And this is for the lady who gave them the low appraisal and who got sued.
They did.
What'd you say that?
I said they probably got a good little piece of money because it's undisclosed.
They don't tell anybody.
Undisclosed with $1,000, okay?
You don't. No, it's a pretty penty. Yes. All right, fellas, come on.
Moving. We keep it moving.
We have got to do better.
Yeah, this is one I got. We gotta do better moment, okay? Absolutely ridiculous. This is a story. He said, I got abs tattooed on my stomach to be summer ready. Long gone are the days when winter and spring mean putting your summer body on layaway by spending countless hours in the gym. Who has time for that when there are delicious carbs to be eaten and thousands of different beers to consume? This is him, the foolery. He put the cut in shortcut. No beach body, no problem. An enterprising UK man devised an unorthodox way to get toned abs as in a flash without doing a single sit-up by having a six-pack tattooed on his stomach. Instagram video detailing this hyper-realistic beach body art procedures currently blowing up online with more than 247,000 likes. It's been one of the most unusual requests. The tattoo artist tasked with the procedure told Carter's news agency of the man's hilarious gym pro visitation. Okay, so the problem is this: he always wanted to have a six-pack, but he was not too keen on going to the gym or doing a diet. He didn't want to do that, so he didn't feel like it. So he decided to get the six-pack because he wanted to eat what he wanted to eat. So this is the most certainly the worst thing I've ever seen. The problem is this. This is what he said. Dan Gunter asked to have a set of rip. That's his name. He wanted his rip. The problem is this. Okay, yeah, but if you look on the side, he's still white. I don't know. You can see if you once you
see it.
Yeah.
I see it. Let me move my comments so you can see it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Looks like it's a 3D. It'll be 3D in a few years. So that you see how he did a good job, but he needed it all the way around. So I'm still trying to figure out.
You can't wear your shirt off.
He can't. His whole back is gonna be snow white, like his face. His side is white, but if nothing else, he's gonna get a lot of people looking. So imagine, I said, it says this isn't the first time someone devised a genius way of doing something. Somebody created a muscle suit. Well, that's fine. You can take that off. But think about in maybe 5-10 years from now, he get old and flabby. So he gonna have 2 of them 6-packs gonna be hanging lower than the 4. So
I can't even imagine.
we just gotta do better. Ain't he proud as he could be? Look at his hand. Now look at his hand, Nita. Look at his stomach.
I know. It's like 2 different colors.
Yeah, we gotta do better. Now come on, we just gotta do better.
Oh my God. I don't even know what to say. That is
a joke. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was drawn on, right? Because and this man got tattooed on, but he should at least tattoo the side, maybe. I don't know. Something's wrong. He did a good job tattooing, but
this is a moment for a praise break. I had to take a moment, y'all. Excuse me. But that was funny. I don't know what to say.
We just listen. That devil, we just got to do better now. And he all proud too.
He just as proud.
What you gotta take your
proud.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my God.
Hey, that would be the reaction. He walk out on the beach and he walking like this, got his arms all out.
Oh my God.
Looking at him like, why
right?
You need
foolishness, the foolery. Somebody said the foolery of some folk, and that's exactly what it is, a bunch of foolery. All right, fellas, come and take the foolery off the stage. We wind it down.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
Oh God, that was one of the funniest things I have seen. Period. We got to do better for sure.
We gotta do better.
The family of an Oklahoma woman who died while in jail was awarded $82 million. I'm gonna let that sit in for a minute. $82 million. Yes, $82 million by a federal jury. The verdict is considered the largest civil rights verdict in U.S. history, according to the attorneys. Gwendolyn Young's family said the jury award issued on February 24th will help a decade's worth of much needed healing. I bet it will. Young, 53, was in custody at the Tulsa County Jail in Tulsa, Oklahoma in 2013. While incarcerated, she experienced several heart problems and other ailments, but rather than to send her to a hospital, she was left at that jail, according to the lawsuit. The jail wasn't equipped to handle more severe illnesses, attorney Dan Smolin told Atlanta Black Star. Young was incarcerated after being accused of threatening a public official in July of 2011. Court documents state Young told the judge, and let's just say neither of you will wake up in the morning. Young also claimed the judge was racist. Young's daughter said her mother suffered from bipolar disorder when she threatened the judge. In October 2012, a jury found her guilty of the charge, and she was sentenced to a year in the Tulsa County Jail. While locked up, her health deteriorated, according to the documents. She reportedly had a history of heart problems, and she complained about nausea, vomiting, back, and stomach pains. Smolin accused jail medical staff of denying her adequate treatment she needed from a hospital. The lawsuit was filed against correctional healthcare companies, which has since been acquired by WellPath. WellPath was the medical provider for the jail at the time. Tulsa County settled a separate claim with the family in 2021. The lawsuit accused WellPath of incentivizing jail staff, check this out now, to keep sick inmates at the jail for medical treatment rather than sending them to the hospital. It further alleged keeping sick inmates at the jail meant the company would not have to pay the initial out-of-pocket costs. The less amount of people that get sent to the hospital, the more money the private healthcare company makes. See, that's what happens when you privatize prisons. This is a result of privatization. And this is what it leads to, because it's all about money. And that is the problem. That is the problem. The less amount that gets sent to the hospital, less people get sent to the hospital, the more money the company makes. The Tulsa World reported on February 6th, Young told jail staff she was throwing up blood, and the staffer told her there was not enough blood in it, and it looked like Kool-Aid. Instead of sending her to the hospital, Smolin said the jail staff kept her locked up for a week. Her autopsy says she died of a blunt force trauma to the head after she had fallen and hit her head and suffered internal bleeding. Young suffered and succumbed to a brain bleed. Her blood pressure dropped below 100 multiple times, Smolin said. The court documents say on February 8, 2013, she was taken to a local hospital after being found in distress by the staff. Ms. Young was pronounced dead after 11 o'clock a.m. on that day. The lack of medical delivery to the jail under WellPath, people were being tortured to death because of the private medical provider served as a gatekeeper and prevented them from emergency medical needs from going to the hospital and kept them in the jail. Smolin said on February 13th, the jury trial began, stemming from the family's lawsuit against WellPath for violating Young's civil rights by refusing to get her the medical care that she needed. The Young family's hopes of the $82 million verdict stops future preventable jail deaths from happening. I can tell you one thing. That $82 million is greatly felt. You feel me?
Yeah.
That is greatly felt.
Yeah. And then you see what Tulsa County settled a separate claim with the family in 2021. So she got two. They did one in 2021 and they just did this other one. The jail, and then she got one from the medical. You know, it's interesting what's happening now across the board. Stuff that's old. People getting their due. It's old cases where 20 people killed somebody 20, 30, 40, 50 years. You don't get away.
You do not get away. God's eyes are not closed.
They are not. Listen,
y'all that.
Not. So ain't no telling what the first they received from the county, but $8 million. And look at 2013.
Well, I can tell you one thing. I'm happy they got it. I give them applause.
Me too. So many people are getting what's wrong, God making it right.
Thank you, God, for making it right. Thank you, God, for making it right. All right, fellas, we can go on to the next one. We almost done.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
Okay. I think it's Maya Penn. She was born February 10, 2000. Is an American entrepreneur, philanthropist. Oh, I got that word right. Artist, and the CEO of her own eco-friendly fashion company, Maya's Ideas. She was born and raised in Atlanta. She started a company in 2008 at the age of 8. Boy, see y'all. Look, little children doing stuff more than we are. My Idea is an award-winning slow fashion brand creating a sustainable, artisan crafted accessories and clothing made from organic, recycled, and vintage material. So she into all that. All right. She spoke at the TED Women event in San Francisco. Nita, we need to go to that TED Talk, which was streamed live on TED.com. She has done 2 official TED Talks and 1 TEDx Talk. Penn is also an animator and an artist, drawing cartoons, characters from an early age. She is the creator of an animated series called The Pollinators, which focuses on the importance of bees and other pollinators. She premiered a clip of the pollinators and another animated series called Malicious Dishes. Wow. At TED Women 2013. Penn has made herself known as a supporter and member of 1 Billion Rising Girls Incorporated. In 2011, she founded her own nonprofit organization, Maya Ideas for the Planet. Penn was named to Oprah's Super Soul 100 list of visionaries and leaders in 2016. Maya has also been featured in various magazine, podcasts, TV, and radio programs. And the list go on and on and on. The young CEO not only creates environmentally sustainable fashion, but she's also written and illustrated children's books. And she's done it all while using her platform to bring awareness to a variety of issues like bees and other animals that move pollen and the importance of the planet and the need for the eco-friendly sanitary products for girls. This is what this young lady's been doing. She is amazing.
That's what I'm saying.
Amazing little something.
Love her hair. Beautiful little girl. Awesome. Yeah. That is good. That, it inspires me. And, hey, I still got some good years here. So we're going to do some things in that. But in the meantime, we applaud Black Girls Rock. Yes, they do. Yes. All right. We come down to our last one. Come on, fellas.
Moving. We keep it moving.
All righty, our last tea time topic of the night. Less than 1 year after the adoption of the Massachusetts state constitution, a brave enslaved woman challenged the document's proposed principles. Motivated by the promise of liberty, Elizabeth Freeman, born as Mom Bet, became the first African-American woman to successfully file a lawsuit for freedom in the state of Massachusetts. This case marked the beginning of a group of freedom suits that would ultimately lead to the Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court to outlaw slavery in their state. Mom Bet was born in Claverack, Columbia County, New York, as a slave. I've never heard of that. Although her exact birthday is unknown, it is believed that she was born around the year 1744. She grew up on the plantation of Pieter, whatever that was, Hogboom, with her younger sister Lizzie. When Hogboom's daughter married Colonel John Ashley, he gave Bet and her sister to a new couple. During that time at the Ashleys, Bet gave birth to a daughter, but the identity of the father is unknown. Although she could not read or write, Bet was clever and strategic. It is reported that Miss Ashley was cruel to her slaves. One day, she attempted to strike Bet's sister with a heated kitchen shovel. Oh my God. Bet protected her sister by blocking Miss Ashley's strike, but received a serious wound on her arm and that never healed. Instead of covering her arm, she left her wound visible as evidence of her mistreatment. Bet was determined to gain her freedom. Her master, Colonel Ashley, was a wealthy citizen of Sheffield, Massachusetts. He served as a judge of Berkshire Court in Common Pleas. In January of 1773, he moderated a local committee that wrote the Sheriff Declaration. This declaration was approved on January 12, 1773. It stated that mankind in a state of nature are equal, free, and independent of each other and have a right to the undisturbed enjoyment of their lives, their liberty, and property. The same language was used in the United States Declaration of Independence in 1776 and in the Massachusetts Constitution of 1780. In May of 1781, Sedgwick and his team filed a document called a writ of replevin, with the Berkshire Court of Common Pleas. This document ordered Colonel Ashley to release Bet and Brom. The Berkshire Court state that Bet and Brom were not Colonel Ashley's legitimate property. However, he refused to release them from his possession. By August 1781, the case went to the Court of Common Pleas in Great Barrington, and in the case known as Brom versus Bet versus Ashley. Brom and Bet versus Ashley. During the case, Sedgwick argued that the Massachusetts Constitution outlawed slavery. The jury agreed that Sedgwick had decided that Bet and Brom were not Colonel Ashley's property. Bet and Brom were set free and awarded 30 shillings and the cost of the trial. Once she gained her freedom, Mom Bet changed her name to Elizabeth Freeman. You better go, girl. Colonel Ashley asked her several times to return to his home. What? As a paid servant, but she declined. Shut up, please. She became a paid domestic worker in Sedgwick's household instead. Freeman also worked as a prominent healer, midwife, and nurse. After 20 years, she was able to buy her own house where she lived with her children, Elizabeth Mom Bet. Freeman died on December 28, 1829, and was buried in the Sedgwick family plot in Stockbridge, Massachusetts. She is believed to have been 85 years old. How you gonna treat me this way, burn me with a kitchen shovel, and then ask me to come and work for you as a paid employee when you wouldn't treat me right as a slave?
Yeah. And obviously she wasn't getting paid before. So now you want to pay her? Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Foolishness. All righty then. Well, we have come to our conclusion, Annette. That was our last topic. It was a great talk tonight, y'all. Even though we had technical difficulties in the beginning, had to start a little late, but we did our thing.
Yes.
And we're about to close down. But before we do, we want to ask you to do a few things for us. The video that you are watching, it is either on Facebook or YouTube. We ask that you please subscribe, like, and share. Subscribe, like, and share the video. The other thing you can do is sow a seed via Cash App, $Movement Worldwide, or Zelle at info@movementworldwide.org, or become a patron by going to our website, movementworldwide.org. Click the red button. It'll take you to patreon.com to set up your account and amount. We ask for $12 a month. That's 40 cents a day, $2.80 a week. Whatever the amount is greatly appreciated. You can set your amount for more, which most of our patrons have done. But whatever the amount, it's all greatly appreciated. We love your ENCE, but we need your ENTS. We need those gifts, those presents, those seeds into Movement Worldwide. So we thank you so much for sowing a seed. You can also, everywhere that you see that globe above Annette's head, see, when I was on by myself, I could just go, boom. See, right now, let my arm disappear. So I have to do like that. So that globe above Annette's head, please follow that everywhere. That's Movement Worldwide. Follow us on our social media platforms. You can also email us your thoughts, views, comments, praise reports, prayer requests, topic ideas, and anything to info@movementworldwide.org. Before we leave, I want to give the rundown of what we have going on all week. If you have not tuned in on Tuesday nights, you're missing out on the Andersons. They are handling business. Annette L. Anderson joins us from her organization entitled SOAR. Please go to her website. It is AnnetteLAnderson.com, AnnetteLAnderson.com. She graces us with her presence from her organization called SOAR. On Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. now. She's changed her time. Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. with TNT. That's Tuesday Night Talk, where we take flight and soar. That speak, orate, articulate, and reverberate. I had to do a little pop lock rerun.
Oh, that's
Speak, orate. I did a little ticking. That was a little tick.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I did a little bit of this, and then I went to rewind. Speak, orate, articulate, and reverberate. And that is Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. live on this platform, Facebook and YouTube. Then on Wednesdays, come right back here, y'all. We're right back here on this platform with Can We Talk every Wednesday night live at 7 p.m. where we have our threefold conversation. We let our hair down. We just get right to it. We start off our conversation with our idioms and phrases, those things that make you go, And that is our transformational topic. And then we go to the hard to have conversation. That is that conversation. We rip the Band-Aid off and we just have it. That's called the power tool. And then my favorite, where we go for the good, bad, and the ugly, keep it light, but keep it real. We deal with the news, but we keep it light, but keep it real, but also give you the things that you'll never hear anywhere else. And the stuff that y'all governor trying to whitewash out of our history. We tell it all right here with our tea time topics. Yes, our tea time topics. And listen, if you are not, I repeat, if you are not on Clubhouse, you need to get on Clubhouse. We are there each and every Friday night. I can't begin to tell you, you have to kind of be there to understand and to experience it. But I can tell you this, go to the App Store, download it, set that app up, set up your account, look for that globe, look for me and Annette, Anita Wilson, Annette L. Anderson, look for us, find our pictures. But if you can't, you're technologically challenged, we got you covered. All you have to do is, bam, text the word movers to 954-820-5050. What? 954-820-5050. What? 954-820-5050. What? 954-820-5050. Add a little something to the end there. Text the word movers and that you going on with me talking about. Text the word noodles to 954-820-5050. You will get a link right into the room in progress. You will also get a notification every time we go live or have special events. And then on Sunday, join us right back here on this platform, Facebook and YouTube, live Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. for Power Walk Sunday, where we inspire and motivate you to walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction. Where there is always, say always, Annette.
Always.
Where there is always a word for you. Your last thoughts?
Yes. My last thought. First, I want to thank everybody for sharing, coming out and sharing with us. Anita's giving us the rundown of all the stuff we're doing and stuff yet to come. But I just want to leave this with you. Choose your battle. Some things you just ain't got to fight. I'm learning that. You don't need nunchucks. You don't.
You ain't got to leave the nunchucks out of the situation and just choose your battles, y'all. All right, good people. Well, it has been a doozy. We made it. Thank God we made it. And we love y'all. And we thank y'all for tuning in. You could have gone anywhere else with your time, but we thank y'all for tuning in here. And we love y'all, but we got to go. So in the meantime, we're going to throw some love. We're going to throw some love. Then we're going to give some kisses. We love y'all. Thank you so much. And we will see y'all the next time. Bye.
Walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction with Power Walk Sunday. Each and every Sunday at 10 a.m. live on multiple platforms.
Making sure that toxic relationship we came out of don't make us bitter, but make us better. Yes. And so you're looking for somebody good out there, but you're not good yourself.
Absolutely.
So the thing about it is working within yourself. When you go into the relationship as your best and they go into the relationship as their best, then you have a great relationship.
Absolutely. Welcome to another amazing episode of the TMC podcast.
As we continue to help you take your relationship from surviving to thriving.
TNT, that's Tuesday Night Talk with Annette L. Anderson, every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live on multiple platforms. Go where you can soar. That's speak it, orated, articulated, and reverberated. When we eat well, we live well, and all will be well. Go to elbwell.com, join the journey, and take your life back. If you don't have your copy, get yours today at Amazon.com. That's Living Life One Quote at a Time by Annette L. Anderson. Helping us grow spiritually together. Tired of the fluff and puff of playing church? Ready to be a powerful vessel? Ready to work the word? Join Connie Green every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. And we're here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. live with Can We Talk? Your co-hosts, Annette L. Anderson and Anita Faye Wilson, with Tea Time Topics, where we discuss trending subjects and current events. You can also discuss these with your Can We Talk coffee mug. Email us at info@movementworldwide.org. They're $15, and that includes shipping. Make a donation via Cash App at $Movement Worldwide, or go to our website, click the Patreon button, and sow a seed of $12 per month. That's 40 cents a day. Whatever the seed, it's greatly appreciated. Be sure to follow us on all platforms. Click the notification button, subscribe, like, and don't forget to share.